You ever notice how the news isn't really news anymore? It's like a daily flush of fear. Every hour, every minute, every screen trying to scare the hell out of you just enough to keep you tuned in for the next commercial break. They don't want to inform you. They want to condition you. Fear sells. Poof. Now stay tuned. After this ad, find out what might kill you in your sleep. Oh good, I was wondering about that while watching a commercial for adult diapers. The news is like a 24-hour anxiety buffet. Terror here, disaster there, corruption everywhere. And people keep watching it like it's comfort food for the paranoid. You think they're trying to make you smarter. Hell no. They're trying to make you scared, divided, and obedient. Because a fearful population doesn't ask questions. They just keep consuming. And that's the real headline every night. We're not safe, but our sponsors can help. You ever sit down to watch the news and feel like you're about to be mugged by your own television? The anchors come on with that fake serious face, the one that says, something terrible happened, but don't change the channel. We've got commercials to sell. They don't even report anymore. They perform. Every story is a trailer for the apocalypse. Good evening, we're all doomed. But first, weather and sports. It's a daily flush of manufactured fear. Every network pushing the same panic button, hoping your pulse rate goes up just enough to make you forget you're being manipulated. They've turned information into emotional junk food. Quick, greasy, and designed to keep you addicted. It's not about what's happening in the world. It's about what keeps you watching through the toothpaste ad. They say if it bleeds, it leads, but these days it's more like if it terrifies, it clarifies. They want you trembling, suspicious of your neighbor, convinced the world's on fire because fear glues your eyes to the screen. You ever notice the anchors never smile unless they're throwing to a story about a baby panda? They spend 20 minutes telling you the sky is falling, and then end with, up next, how one woman turned her backyard into a hummingbird sanctuary, like a tranquilizer shot after a panic attack. The news is supposed to inform you, right? Nope. It's supposed to train you. You're not being told the truth. You're being programmed. Here's what to be angry about today. Here's who to hate this week. Here's what you should buy to feel safe again. They treat the audience like lab rats. Show them a scary headline, watch them click, show them an ad, watch them spin. And people still think they're being educated. No, you're being marketed to. It's a 24-hour anxiety buffet. Every minute another tragedy, another disaster, another scandal that doesn't affect your life in any meaningful way. And we eat it up like it's gourmet truth. People don't even realize how much fear they swallow before breakfast. Good morning, America. The world's ending before lunch. And don't forget the music. Oh, the dramatic music. Every story's got that horror movie soundtrack under it. A dun-dun-dun, tonight at 11. Could your microwave be plotting against you? They've got computer graphics, countdown clocks, and flashing banners like a video game of doom. All of it designed to make you feel like you're part of a national emergency every single day. It's not just television. Now it's on your phone, your watch, your fridge. Fear and high-definition portable panic for the modern citizen. You wake up and check the headlines. A crisis, outrage, disaster. Scroll a little. Breaking news. Scroll more. Exclusive report. It never ends, because if the fear stops, you might look around and realize life isn't that bad. And that's dangerous, because calm people don't buy as much crap. That's the secret formula. Scare, sell, repeat. The news isn't journalism. It's marketing disguised as morality. They don't care about truth. They care about traffic. The more eyes, the more ads, the more money. Truth doesn't pay as well as fear does. And every network's got its flavor. Left fear, right fear. Pick your poison. They act like enemies, but they're just competing brands of the same product. Emotional manipulation. Ever watch those expert panels? 4 people yelling over each other. Nobody listening, everyone pretending to be outraged. It's theater. They should sell tickets. Tonight on CNN, professional shouting with subtitles. You could replace them all with parrots squawking, and that's outrageous, and it would be the same level of insight. Meanwhile, the real problems, education, healthcare, poverty, get buried under stories about celebrity tweets and viral videos. They feed you outrage candy so you don't notice the main course. How you're being screwed quietly by the people who own everything. The media's job is to make sure you stay angry at the wrong people. Keep you fighting your neighbor instead of questioning the system. Divide and distract. It's the oldest trick in the propaganda handbook. And here's the kicker. People defend their favorite news channel like it's a religion. Their main network tells the truth. Yours lies. They're all lying, pal. They're all in the same business. The business of fear. They just tailor the fear to your team colors. It's like pro wrestling for your brain. Fake conflict. Real profit. You think those smiling anchors care about you. They go home to million-dollar condos, pop open a bottle of imported wine, and laugh about how scared you look during the hurricane segment. They don't care if you panic, they care if you stay tuned. And we keep rewarding them. Every click, every share, every comment. Did you see what happened? Yeah, you helped it happen. You want proof it's all theater. Watch how they talk about weather. A killer storm system approaching. We'll have live coverage from inside the hurricane. They send some poor reporter out there with a raincoat and a death wish just so you'll feel the drama. Meanwhile, the guy could have read you the forecast safely from a studio. But no, you need the fear shot, the performance. And the language they use, my God, a crisis, a chaos, a threat level, a breaking news. It's like they're narrating the end of civilization every day. You never hear, everything's fine, go hug your kids. That doesn't get ratings. Calm doesn't sell, anxiety does. You can't monetize peace of mind, but you can sell ads to people who are scared out of theirs. People ask, oh, well, George, don't you watch the news? Not anymore. I get my news the old-fashioned way, like out the window. If the sky's not on fire and the ground's not shaking, I'm doing fine. The rest is noise, profitable, poisonous noise. The world's got real problems, sure. But you'll never solve them by watching someone in makeup tell you who to fear next. The news has become the modern church of panic, broadcasting sermons of doom to the congregation of the anxious. Every day's another confession of dread, another collection plate of ratings. And like good believers, people kneel before their screens and say, give us today our daily fear. You know what the news is now. It's not journalism. It's show business with better lighting. The truth doesn't even get a seat at the table anymore. It's too quiet, too reasonable, and way too boring to sell soap during the commercial break. The news figured out a long time ago that honesty doesn't pull ratings, but drama sure does. That's why every headline sounds like a movie trailer for the end of the world. Coming up next, chaos, corruption, cats stuck in trees. They sell you emotion, not information. Once upon a time, news anchors were supposed to tell you what happened. Now they tell you how to feel about what happened. What's today? And they do it with graphics, theme music, and dramatic camera angles. Because if the story's dull, they just turn up the volume. The world's burning, but they've got time for a puppy video to lighten the mood. It's emotional whiplash, and they've mastered it. And the guests! Every expert on TV looks like they're auditioning for a reality show. Half of them aren't even experts. They're just professional talkers. They repeat the same talking points from different studios, pretending to disagree, while cashing the same corporate checks. They argue about nothing, they solve nothing, and they all go home with a paycheck. That's not debate, that's improv theater for people who stopped reading years ago. They don't call it the news business or for nothing. Business is the key word. Truth doesn't sell. Fear and entertainment do. They're not in the information industry, they're in the attention industry, and attention has replaced understanding. People don't know what's true, they just know what's trending. The more dramatic it sounds, the more real it feels. And that's the real trick. Make people believe emotion equals truth. Once you pull that off, you can sell them anything. The news used to end with a guy saying, and that's the way it is. Now it's the way we want you to feel. It's a performance, a scripted illusion, a high-budget play pretending to be a public service. And the sad part is we're not the audience anymore, we're the product. You ever notice how the news keeps you busy with everything except what actually matters? They've turned distraction into a full-time job. Every day there's a new outrage, a new crisis, a new celebrity scandal, a new reason to argue with someone online. It's a non-stop carnival of nonsense. Flashing lights, loud voices, and a crowd too hypnotized to realize they're being played. That's the point, folks. They don't want you informed. They want you occupied. They keep you focused on noise so you never notice the silence where the real issues live. They'll give you an hour about a viral video, but 10 seconds about the fact your taxes are funding another war. They'll show you a celebrity crying on TikTok before they show you a factory town shutting down. Because real problems don't make good ratings. Real problems are complicated. They take time, and time costs money. Fear and distraction are faster. They keep the wheels spinning and the money flowing. The whole system runs on diversion. They throw shiny headlines at you like keys in front of a baby. Oh, look, over here, something outrageous. And while you're arguing about a tweet or a celebrity breakup, the people who actually run the country are busy counting your money in private boardrooms. That's how they like it. Keep the public noisy, emotional, and distracted, and they can do whatever they want behind the curtain. It's like a magic trick. While you're watching the hand waving in front of your face, the other hand is picking your pocket. You think it's an accident that every news channel runs the same story with a slightly different spin? It's not news, it's programming. Literally, they program you. Here's what you should be mad about today. Here's who to blame. Here's what side you're supposed to be on. They give you teams to root for, enemies to hate, and slogans to chant. It's tribalism packaged as journalism. Keeps you entertained, doesn't it? You don't need reality when you've got a 24-hour soap opera. And people fall for it every time. They'll argue online about politicians like they're superheroes. Are my guys better than your guy? They're all the same guy. They just wear different suits and read different teleprompters. The only thing that changes is the logo on the podium. But you wouldn't know that, because while you're busy fighting strangers on the internet, the banks, corporations, and lobbyists are running the show. You're not part of the conversation. You're the commercial break. They distract you with gossip, fear, and meaningless controversy. One week it's a royal family scandal. Next week it's a celebrity wardrobe malfunction. Then it's a viral clip of a politician eating a weird sandwich. It's all noise. Loud, colorful noise meant to drown out the quiet truth that nothing ever changes where it counts. Wages stay low, prices go up, the rich get richer, and the rest keeps scrolling for the next distraction. It's beautiful, really. A perfectly engineered circus, and the clowns don't even know they're in it. You ever wonder why the same networks that scare you about the economy run ads for luxury cars? Or why the same companies that own the news also own defense contractors, pharmaceutical companies, and social media platforms? Look, it's all connected. They distract you with fake drama while selling you the products that feed your anxiety. They tell you the world's on fire, then sell you the extinguisher. When you're done panicking, they sell you a vacation to recover from the stress they gave you. It's a self-sustaining business model. Fear in, money out. The distractions never stop because the truth is too depressing for them to sell. You might actually realize how small your voice is in this machine. You might start asking dangerous questions like, who benefits from this? Or why are we always broke in the richest country on earth? But you don't get time to think about that. You're too busy watching a panel of pundits yelling about a meme. And they've made distraction convenient. It's in your pocket now. Every buzz, every ping, every breaking news alert is another injection of nonsense. They've gamified distraction. Dopamine hits for staying uninformed. You think you're keeping up with the world, but the world is passing you by while you're glued to a screen. You're not living in reality anymore. You're living in a feed curated by algorithms that know exactly what keeps you angry, scared, and buying things you don't need. The funniest part? People think they're awoke. Everybody thinks they're informed because they read headlines. I saw a post about it. Yeah, from an account that exists to sell you vitamins and paranoia. People confuse awareness with understanding. They think sharing an article is the same as knowing something. It's not. It's just another way to feel involved while doing absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, the big stuff, the real machinery of power, keeps turning quietly in the background. The laws get passed, the deals get signed, the wars get funded. The rich keep stacking their chips while the rest of us argue about nonsense. You forget what time it is. You forget why you came. And before you know it, you've lost everything, but you're still smiling for the camera. And the media keeps the music playing. They'll tell you who said what, who's trending, who offended who wore what. But they'll never tell you who's cashing the checks. Because if you knew that, the game would be over. The whole illusion would collapse. That's why distraction is their greatest weapon. It doesn't need to convince you of anything. It just needs to keep you too busy to notice the truth sitting quietly in the corner, waiting for you to look up. That's the trick. They don't hide reality. They bury it under noise, and the people love it. Because the truth is hard, but distraction is easy. You can binge it, share it, meme it, argue about it. Reality demands thinking. Distraction just asks for your attention. And that's the only currency that really matters now. You know what the funniest part of all this is? People still think they're the ones in control. They still think watching the news makes them smarter, more aware, more informed citizens. But all it really does is keep them nervous, divided, and obedient. Perfect little consumers for the next crisis. The news doesn't report reality anymore. It manufactures emotion, bottles it, and sells it back to you with a logo and a jingle. It's not a conspiracy. It's just business. Fear is the product and you're the customer. They've built an entire economy out of anxiety. A marketplace where your peace of mind is the thing being traded. And the punchline? You keep paying for it. With your money, your time, and your attention, while they cash in on your confusion. The truth isn't lost, it's just boring. It's sitting quietly in a corner, waiting for someone to notice. But most people won't, because it doesn't flash, it doesn't scream, and it doesn't sell. Reality doesn't trend. Reality doesn't come with breaking news graphics and panic music. So if you really want to know what's going on, turn off the damn TV. Step outside, look around. You'll find the world still turning, the sky's still blue, and most of the things they told you to fear never actually happen. The real news is life itself, and it's not nearly as terrifying as they want you to believe.